everyone. This week's video is going to just be a review on how we evaluate expressions. So this is a topic that we've already covered, and now we're just reviewing because it is an important skill for you to have as we move into Algebra 1 next year. So two big steps that we have to follow when we want to evaluate an expression. The first step is just to substitute in your values for the variables. Our second step then is to use GEMDAS to evaluate the expression. Alright, so let's come down and take a look at some examples. We don't have very many, but just a few to kind of get us going. Alright, so example 1. We're going to evaluate these two expressions using the replacement values of x is equal to the absolute value of -5, y is equal to 3 squared, and z is equal to the negative square root of 16. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, and I remember doing problems like this from the visual notes. I'm going to actually evaluate some of those values first. So, x really has a value of 5. Y really has a value of 9. And z really has a value of -4. So those are the real values that I'm going to actually substitute in. It would make a little more sense to do that. So here's what we end up having. So my x, we said, was 5. And then when two variables are stuck together, we have to multiply them. My y was 9. And then my z was -4. So I have a subtraction sign here as part of my expression. And then, so I need to carry that over. And then I have the -4. I need those two negatives. I need them both. Alright, then underneath, I've got 2, and since it's stuck to the x, it's times, and then 5. Alright, so here's how I prefer to do fractions. Not that you have to do it this way, but this is just how I like to set it up. I like to split it, and I take my top. And I'm going to kind of simplify those two negatives right now, because I really can't stand the look of two negatives. And so if we remember two negatives together, actually just make a positive. Alright, so now I've got my top, and then I've got my bottom. So I'm gonna evaluate both sides. So let's go ahead and start with this side. We've got multiplication and addition. GEMDAS tells me I multiply first, so I get 45 plus 4. And now I can add those together. 45 plus 4 gives me 49. Now I can come over here, and I get 2 times 5 is 10. Just drop that down so it's on the same level here. And now my job next is to actually divide these. So I'm going to do 49. Okay. And then I can check to see if that can be simplified. So is there anything that can divide into 49 and into 10? I don't think there is. So, that one is complete. As you move into algebra, it's very rare that you'll actually use decimals as an answer. So the majority of the time, we leave our answers as a fraction. Alright, let's come over here and look at B. So I'm going to substitute in my value. So we have absolute value symbols. So we're going to keep those. And I'm going to do 2 times. We determined that x really has a value of 5. And then y, we determined really has a value of 9. Times z has a value of -4. And I just like to put my negative numbers in parentheses. Alright, so grouping symbols. Grouping symbols include absolute value symbols. We're going to work inside first. Absolute value symbols on their own are also an operation. So we don't want to get rid of them until we actually perform that operation. So I'm going to keep them. So I have absolute value of 10 plus 9 times -3. Alright, now I can take care of the actual absolute value of 10. And that gives me still a positive 10. And 9 times 4. Now I've got addition. Oh, and I left off my negative. That should be a -4. So now some sides. Alright, so now I've got addition and multiplication. Well, 9 times -4 gives me a negative 36. I'm not going to bring my plus sign yet, because then I'm going to have plus and a negative, and you know how I feel about double signs. So that negative really just ends up serving as a subtraction. Let's say a positive 9 and a negative 4 gives me a negative 36. So I can just bring down the 2. Now I can go ahead and subtract those. And that brings us back to 10 minus 36 ends up giving me negative 26. And let's take a look at these two examples, and then we'll be done. Alright, so here my values are all pretty normal, standard out, so we don't need to worry about evaluating them first. Alright, so I've got that 1/2 times x was 16 minus z is a negative 3 squared. Alright, so we need that subtraction sign to come down, and we needed the negative to go with the 3. Alright, so let's go through and evaluate. Grouping symbols. Well, I have parentheses, but I don't actually have anything going on inside my parentheses, so I can skip that. The next thing I have is exponents. So I can take care of that negative 3 squared. So negative 3 squared, it's negative 3 times negative 3 gives me a positive 9. Now, this subtraction sign is going to come down because it was separate from that negative. So I'm going to bring down my subtraction sign, and then I can bring down my 1/2 times 16. Right, now I've got multiplication and subtraction, so I'm going to multiply next. So 1/2 of 16 is 8 minus 9, and then I can go ahead and subtract those, and I get negative 1. Right, one more problem, and then we are done with our notes. Right, so again, we have those absolute value symbols, so I'm going to keep those. 6 times z was negative 3 plus the square root of 16 minus, and then I've got that negative 1 times negative 3. There's a times that. Let's put that dot there just to remind us that that's a multiplication. Alright, so let's start with grouping symbols. So I actually have a couple grouping symbols going on. I've got my absolute value symbols, so I can do what's inside. That's 6 times negative 3. That gives me a negative 18. Remember, the absolute value symbols by themselves are an operation as well. So I haven't performed that operation yet. I've only done what's inside. Plus, well, I can also take care of this here, because this is a grouping symbol, right? So we can take care of the square root. So the square root symbol of 16 is 4. Minus, and then I still have this going on over here. So I'm not going to take care of my multiplication yet. I'm going to remind myself that is the multiplication. Alright, now I still have grouping symbols, so I need to take care of the absolute value. So the absolute value of negative 18 is 18. Now I got plus 4 minus, and then I got negative 1 times negative 3. Alright, so now I've got addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Multiplication comes next, so I take care of those. Negative 1 times negative 3 is a positive 3. So that took care of those two. Now my subtraction sign is going to come down. And now I'm going to 4, and now plus 18. Alright, addition and subtraction are left. Remember, they're like a family. They work together left to right. So I'm just going to do 18 plus 4, which gives me 22, minus 3. And then finally we get to that subtraction problem, which gives us 19. And we're done. Alright, so I hope that's a good refresher for you to get through those order of operations and evaluating expressions. And I hope to see you guys in class next week. Bye!